So, I mean, that's just sort of an interesting layer to it that, we'll have to see play out. If they end up being the useful props, I think he believes they will be.
Montel, when you look at this on the whole and the story that is being told here, what is the message to Americans? Because he is literally not letting in people who their lives are threatened in a genocide in Sudan, in the Congo. He even showed pictures of the Congo.
Syria,
that
Myanmar.
Oval Office debacle was just an opportunity for him to play to his base here that has the same amount of hate in their heart that he does. Let's get this clear. When you watch that press conference, he demeaned and was nasty and to the president, but as soon as the white billionaire started talking, changed it. So he made sure that his base recognizes that those people should be talked down to. Those people don't deserve my respect. Those people over there are just like those people over here that don't deserve our respect.
The person that you're talking about there was a white billionaire businessman from South Africa, and he turned to his agricultural minister, who was also white, who told Donald Trump to his face during this meeting on camera, there is no genocide happening. This is not true. What you are saying is not true. And yet, Donald Trump pushed back. So where are we here?
It's one thing to talk about, come up with videos, which the administration has done, and things that they printed out. But what I would like for the administration to do, as someone who supports the administration, if you truly believe that this is a case of genocide, then you're going to have to do more than show us the video. When you have not only the head of the ruling party, Ramaphosa, saying that this is not true, the MP, I believe he's an Afrikaner himself, who was over here, he said that this is not true. Outlets, independent outlets, and I was going there. I don't think that he cares that this is true, much like Donald Trump didn't care that whether or not Haitians were eating dogs and cats. I don't think that he's vested in that type of way. I do believe that this is a direct appeal to the woke right, who really have leaned in on this notion that white people are victims. And I think that that's what Donald Trump is playing to. But I want to say, though, Donald Trump, and I will say my colleagues on the right, many friends that I have on the right, if you are willing to believe this about genocide, then anybody looking at the United States, and this is what the left does, perpetuating this idea that police officers are rounding up or shooting, gunning down black people in the streets. If you don't live here, you probably will believe that because that's what the media say. Well, that's not happening. Police officers aren't just gunning down black people in the streets here, much like white people in South Africa are not being killed because they're white. They are being killed, but they're not being killed because they're white. There's no evidence to point to that.
And it's across the board. It's because of the gang violence there. What we should be talking about is how we export to other nations information about how you deal with gang violence. Remember, this is also a trading partner of ours and should remain that. But for some reason, people walk away from that thinking they are less than.
Well, see, Donald Trump, just to psychologize this a little bit, Donald Trump desperately wants the respect of world leaders. He doesn't have it. That is so obvious. Putin can't believe his luck that he got such a gullible counterpart in America. He's not been able to end that war on day one. He's not been able to push for peace in Gaza. The EU countries are ignoring his tariff threat because they're like, we'll just wait. We'll just wait him out. He desperately wants the respect, and I think that's why he resorts to some of these bullying antics in the Oval Office, because the only way he can get it is through strong arming. They don't respect him. They think he's a joke. They think he is the embodiment of America's ugliest stereotypes. So I think there's an insecurity and a chip on his shoulder there when he's meeting with his counterparts. He wants something he knows he doesn't have. He won't get it, so he'll do what he can to strong arm it.
It's a really interesting point. All right, ahead we've got a lot more to talk about. The Trump Justice Department charges a Democratic congresswoman while giving millions